Hello Cancer, and welcome to your reading for this afternoon. I hope you're all doing well, and we're going to have a look at the next few weeks and see what trends are around you, what if there's anything Spirit want you to be aware of, any incoming energies, etc, etc. So let's get started. Just have a drink of water. Okay. Spirit, we're with Cancer, please. They're very quick off the mark today. I'm barely shuffling and they're giving me cards, which is great, frankly. Okay. So, wow. They are definitely on it. Flexible. I'm going to pull a fifth one. Thank you. Okay, we have on the bottom of the deck, we have chop wood, which is all about sort of getting the work done. It's all about routine, but we'll come back to that in just a second. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So Cancer, self-explanatory here, kind of feels like, you are at a bit of a crossroads in your life. It feels like you're not sure which direction to go in or how to plan your way forward, really. So, it's about trying to make decisions. This may have already happened for some of you. You may have been in this energy for a little while. Although we're looking at the next few weeks, some of you, it may be coming in, but for some of you, I get the feeling that this is already a situation for you. There's a part of you that knows it's time for you to move forward. This says time to go. If you're trying to leave a situation, then this is maybe the time to look at how you're going to do that. And that may have been part of the decision making you've been trying to, decision you've been trying to make, I should say. But, this is all about divine timing, and this is about forward movement. And for some of you, this could be about relationships, or it could be to do with moving forward in a project, or maybe changing jobs or something of that type. It will be different for all of you. You're going to get a message coming in, and we see a telephone in this bottle, but it could be a phone message, it could be an internet message. But we have a stork here, which leads to it's about new beginnings, about rebirthing. There could be a piece of information or a message coming in, which gives you a clearer view of how to move forward. If you see, the water always talks about emotions in the cards, and this water is incredibly calm. So it may be that a message you receive actually brings you a feeling of calmness, It actually brings in some clarity to enable you to make this decision. But Spirit is saying there is a need for you to be flexible here, Cancer. It is a new start, but it may be different to the new start that you were envisaging. So if it is around your work situation, it may be that, the job you apply for is a bit different to the one you thought you'd apply for, or if you're running, your own little business or whatever, it may be that you're having to consider a different approach in the way you work. If it's a relationship situation, for example, it could just be that you need a different mindset around this, that you need to view things differently. Just be open to new ideas. But most importantly here, Cancer, is Spirit are saying, there's no place like home, but what they're meaning is your inner peace is the most important thing. Because once you establish peace for yourself within your soul, then it always feels like home. If you look at this house here, it's a nice little house, but it's suspended in midair, which at first glance you'd think, oh, that doesn't look so good. But actually, if you're at peace with your inner self and you take time to make that peace, it doesn't matter where the house is hanging, you know? It really doesn't, because you will be at peace wherever you are. Okay, so I think there's going to be messages about self-care coming up here. And this is why we had the chop wood card. If you remember, it was on the bottom of the deck. And it's like, it comes up as a supporting card here, because it's saying you need to put the work into self-care, because that will make you stronger and that will give you the clarity to help you see the way forward. So where do we go now, I ask myself. We're going to go tarot in just a minute, but I want to have a look and see if we get some sort of emotions coming up in all of this and see how best to handle those. Oh, thank you, Spirit. They're very, very quick. I have been reading earlier today, and so they're really on the ball with me. Cancer, it's so important that you take time for yourself at the moment. You need those moments of solitude, even if it's a couple of minutes here and there, you know. I've often found a couple of moments of solitude in the bathroom, frankly. But, you know, it's really, really important here for you to plan the way forward, to make this decision, whatever this decision is. You need the time and you need the space to do that. So take those moments for you, even if it's a couple of moments here and there throughout the day, or if you have the opportunity to do some meditating, even if it's for 5 minutes in the morning, this will really help you. What do we have about time to go? Spirit, you're so on it today, honestly. Okay, so we have the card of authority. This is about decision making. This is about taking control of a situation and deciding what you're going to do. You know, when you sort of sit in limbo, it somehow is so draining, isn't it? And you can't find your way forward because you're overthinking it and you're looking in this direction, that direction. Really, really difficult. The card of authority has come up to say, look, just, you know, it's time to make a decision. So take time for yourself. That will help you to make the decision to enable you to move forward. Spirit, let's... You're making me cough today. What is the... Thank you. They're so ahead of me. It's always like I can't catch up here. Right, so we have a message in the bottle. We know that the emotions are calm. I think you're going to receive this message in a very calm way, but it is going to lead to change. The word across the card is disruption. Yes, there may be minor disruptions because, as we said, if it's a job you're applying for and it was going to be one type of job, but it turns out being another, that might be a bit of an adjustment. So that is a bit of a disruption. So that's what we're talking about here. You know, things may feel a bit disjointed. We see in this card, there's a disjointed energy. So it may take a little while to bring things together, but that I don't feel this message is going to be bad. I think it's going to be really helpful to you because you're going to approach it in a calm way and you're going to receive it in a calm way. But it is going to bring some change. Why does Cancer need to be flexible, Spirit, please? Oh, thank you. God, they're so quick. I can't get it. I know I keep saying it, but I can't get over this. Because being flexible will lead you to success. There is a need for this new start, for this fresh view of things, this fresh perspective. That's what will bring you success and victory in this situation. It could just be looking at things differently, you know, will lead you to that success. They gave me another card, so I'm going to pull that as well. Yeah, it might take a bit of time, you see, Cancer. Whatever it is here, that this decision that you're making, it may take a bit of planning. You may need to be a bit patient. And, you know, maybe that's why they're saying there's a need to be flexible here because, you know, planning takes a bit of time and you may not be able to, having made a decision, if you make a decision, you've got to plan it out. So it doesn't look at this stage like things are going to suddenly change overnight. We'll find out with the tarot in a minute, because that'll give us an indication of timing. Not timing, but of how long this is good. Whether it's a slow process or a quick process is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, there's a real need to be honest with yourself in this situation. And I think, you know, again, they're linking this in their message to me, to the message. There's going to be an honesty in the message that is coming through. And again, we talked about self-care here, and about you being true to yourself and, you know, doing what fulfills your soul, basically. So let's see. Why do we need a card for chop wood, Spirit? Yeah, we do. We need that one. Yeah, look at this. This is a triumphant success. So we have victory and success and a triumphant success. So you don't get much better than that, do you? So you're heading in the right direction, Cancer. But you've got to put the work in on yourself. You know, this isn't something about, you know, other people. This isn't something to do with, you know, what decision other people make. This is about you being true to yourself and looking after yourself. So important at the moment. And the other thing about this card is it always reminds me, obviously, for obvious reasons, of the Ace of Swords. And, you know, that is all about seeing things with a clear perspective. You know, new starts. Clear perspective. You are going to be triumphant in this, and I love that word, triumphant. Sounds so good. I'm going to go with these tarot today. This particular set always feels really homely to me, so we'll stick with that. Right, here we go. Let's find out from the tarot, what do we need to do moving forward? Is there any additional information to what's already been given, Spirit? Oops. Who is Cancer, please? Who is Cancer? What do Cancer need to do? What do they need to know? Thank you. Oh, we've got a fast-moving energy. Now, didn't I just say to you that when we pull the tarot, we'll have some idea of whether it's fast-moving or slow? And the first card out, things are going to happen quite quickly, I think, here, Cancer. So, you know, and I think, you know, as a sign, you have a tendency to ponder and a tendency to weigh up the pros and cons and analyse things a bit. But I think, you know, once you sort of have a clearer idea in mind of the direction you're going in, it's going to move really quickly. Spirit are saying, and this is where the self-care comes in, because Spirit are saying, you need to look out for opportunities that are coming your way. But if you sit there focusing on the negatives of the situation, it's going to be a barrier to you moving forward. So they're saying, you know, look out for this opportunity that's coming your way. And it could well be that that opportunity is presented to you from this message that you receive. And I don't know what type of opportunity that is. I mean, obviously, as I say, it depends which area of your life this resonates with, because it's a very general reading. I'm not going to take that because it fell. Oops. Look at this. We have the Lover's energy. So, yeah, I think that this message that is coming in, for some of you, it will be a romantic message. But I do get the feeling this is going to be not just a message, but I think it's going to lead. It could be a message initially, but I think it's going to lead to quite an in-depth conversation. And here I see you very much in a partnership. You know, having that discussion. When I say partnership, again, it could be romantic, it doesn't have to be. It could, the Lover's card, obviously it's a Lover's card, But I just get the feeling that this is someone who loves you. So it could be a family member, it could be a very close friend, or it could be a romantic person. But I think that they're going to help to get things into perspective with you. You're going to have the opportunity to really talk things through. So excuse me coughing, but they're giving me interference in my throat, which is really distracting at the moment. So Spirit, why do we have this information here? We've already covered it, but what else does Cancer need to know? Following on from the Lovers card, what happens next? Oop. Jumping up and down. What happens next, please? Oh gosh, we do have the Two of Cups here. Again, this is a partnership energy. This is twos are about decisions. So for some of you, this really could be romantic, because we've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers together. But again, as I say, this could be just somebody that is very close to you, someone who loves you, and love comes in all forms, as we know. But it could be someone who loves you, who you're having this discussion with. And, you know, maybe the discussion that you're having, maybe they'll help you make this decision and look at things from a different perspective, which will enable you to make a more flexible decision than maybe you had in mind before. Yeah, you're going to be feeling a lot more stable about things. I think the outcome of that conversation, it seems to be quite key now, because here you are having, you know, having a much more stable time moving forward. And, you know, again, this is this whole thing about self-care, this sort of feeling grounded. That's the most important thing. If any of you are into reading yourself or into spiritual pursuits of any kind, it's important for you to ground yourself. I mentioned meditation earlier, but the more grounding you can do, ask Spirit just to ground you, visualize connecting with the earth. There's lots of grounding exercises that you can find online. And it will just help you feel more stable, more secure, moving ahead. But I do think, having got more information here, you're trying to make this decision. It's time to make it one way or another, because you're driving yourself a bit crazy trying to decide which way to go. There is a very significant message coming in that in turn will become a conversation, and that will help you to make a decision, I think, from a different perspective. But you need to look after yourself, Cancer, because you seem to, you know, there's a bit of you, if you've been in limbo for a while, you're probably feeling quite drained. But you are going to be feeling a lot more stable over the next few weeks. Once this process has been gone through, you'll be feeling a lot more stable. Do we need anything else for Cancer, please? Do we need anything else for Cancer here before we pull a Moonology? Thank you. Yeah, we have the Moon. So there may be stuff hidden at the moment that you're not aware of. It could be that, you know, you're feeling... I'm not feeling that, Spirit. Sorry, I got distracted there because there's something about nighttime here. So it may be that at nighttime you're feeling more grounded, you're feeling more secure, you're able to sort of just, you know, think things through in a very calm way. But they're saying, you know, there may be factors here that are hidden that you don't know about. I don't feel like they're anything that's going to cause you a problem, but it's just, that's why they're asking you to be flexible, I think, because you may not have all the facts about whatever situation you're dealing with at the moment. So, you know, if you were looking at a job situation, for example, or some sort of work situation, You may feel a bit sort of uneasy and a bit unsettled because you've ended up in a job you hadn't planned for, but you may then find out that the company you were going to apply for have suddenly gone into administration or something, you know? It could be something like that. There's stuff that you don't know about, so you've been put on this path for a reason. Right, I'm going to pull a moonology, a couple of moonology, and then I'm going to close. My voice is going a bit croaky for some reason. So Cancer, this is a lovely reading for you. I hope you find it reassuring. If you do, please don't forget to like, and please join us by subscribing. It's absolutely free, and I'm not able to sort of message you relentlessly and stuff. It doesn't work like that. So, right, we have two moonology that have come up. Funny enough, this came up in a previous reading. Your commitment is being tested here, Cancer. So whatever this decision is you've got to make, they're asking you to look at it from all angles. There's a commitment issue with whatever you're dealing with. Again, this card keeps coming up. They're asking you to balance spirituality and practicality. So yes, make decisions that are in your interest, that are good for you in practical terms. But make sure, we've covered this already, that you're looking out for yourself and giving you those moments where you have some time out. And they're saying to you, Cancer, don't let pride get in your way, you know, because I think sometimes when we're very full of pride, we can be quite rigid about things, you know, and they are asking you to be flexible with this decision that you're making. So, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, and I hope that you have a beautiful time over the next few weeks. I will obviously be doing more readings in the meantime, but I'm wishing you all well, and I know you're going to make the right decision that is going to make you feel a whole lot more stable and a whole lot more settled. Hope you enjoyed the reading, Cancer. Take care. Bye for now.